Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello, Joyce Rossiter here with Bionic Body Fitness, where you can be your strongest self at any age. Today we're going to do a rubber band workout. I love the rubber bands because you can travel anywhere with them. They're very light, easy to throw in a suitcase, and you can get a great all-body workout with the rubber band. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. So we're just going to start with some swings from side to side, nice and easy, lifting up. As you come up, getting a nice bend in the knees as you go down. Get your breathing going. Really want you to be aware of your breath today as you're working out. Nice deep inhalations and exhalations. And now we're just going to do some air squats with some curls. Making sure every time you squat that you let those hips go back into a slightly butt out position. And now we're just going to loosen up the shoulders by doing a little twist. Keep the abs tight, start working those core muscles. And let's go ahead and grab your rubber band. I'm using a blue band for these first exercises. This is a medium to a medium hard strength band. You can use a red if you want to start out with something a little easier than the blue. So we're going to start with some rows for the back. You'll stand on your band. You can adjust the resistance very easily to harder or easier by how far apart you have your feet on the band. You're going to bend into a nice flat back position, really extending through the chest, keeping the abs pulled up, and you're going to row. Today I'm just going to do 10 repetitions of everything. You can do 15 or 20 reps of all these exercises. Squeezing into the shoulder blade area of the back. And a couple more. Now I'm going to do a squat with a bicep curl. So remember, in the squat you're going to let your hips go back slightly. Palms facing forward, and as you squat, you're going to curl up with the arms squeezing into those bicep muscles. And we want to exhale as we go down into the squat. And one more. Going into a one-arm row, you're going to stand fairly close to the handle for this one because you do want more resistance. We'll take the back leg back, the heel is on the floor, and really bend into that front knee. So you're working the legs as well, and you're going to pull up to the side of the rib cage. Keep that upper back nice and extended. We don't want to round over, but really feel the chest moving forward. And let's do the other side. Remembering to stand fairly close to the handle for more resistance. Squeezing into the shoulder blade. So I'm working all the muscles around my shoulder blade and the upper lats. And this next exercise also works the back and the core muscles. You're going to be a little bit further away from your handle on this one. This is a reverse wood chop. So, if you're going to the left, you're going to have the band under the right foot. You're going to step out, swing the arms up. If you want a little more of a balance challenge, go ahead and bring that left foot off the floor as you come back. Really working the core muscles, bring those ribs towards your spine. And one more, and we'll change sides. You want the arms to be as straight as possible, not locked out, but fairly straight. And reaching up. One more. Good. So I'm going to switch to a red band for this next one. It's a little bit lighter resistance. You're going to stand on your band pretty close to the handle for this one, depending on your shoulder strength. I'm going to have you go back with the left foot, so you're standing on the band with your right foot. You're on the ball of the left foot, so there's a little bit of a balance challenge here. And you're going to bend down into a lunge, pressing that band up overhead as you go down. If you have knee issues, you're not going to go into quite as deep a lunge. Just go with what feels good for your body. And we'll change sides. Taking that right foot back, remember to be on the ball of the foot. You want to feel like you're on a merry-go-round pole. So if you imagine that pole going through the top of the head, you're going straight down and up. You don't want to go forward and back. This is working the shoulder muscles, obviously the glutes, the quads. For these next two exercises, I'm going to be on a ball. You can also do these sitting in on the floor, or you could be sitting on a bench. You're going to take the band behind your back, and you want it right below the shoulder blades. Make sure the two ends are even, and then you're going to cross the handles. The palms are facing each other, and you're going to open the arms to the side, keeping the arms fairly straight. So it doesn't look like I'm doing a whole lot here, but it's a big exercise for the shoulders. Also feeling the outer chest muscles as you resist to come back in. Remembering you're breathing, exhaling as you take those arms out. And let's do two more. For this next one, you'll need your band attached to a door or wrapped around a pole, or you can also do this one with a partner, which is very challenging because you have to depend on your partner keeping their balance as well. You're going to take the two ends of the two handles of the band from behind your back. And if you're on the ball, you'll roll out into a crunch position. So my head and my shoulders are not on the ball. I'm right about to my shoulder blades. You want to keep your hips lifted up as you come up in the crunch. Don't roll the ball forward and back or drop the hips down. Contracting the abdominals, you're going to push the bands out and then let the elbows come in. Keep that neck in a neutral position. You don't want to tuck the chin down this way, and you don't want to let the head fall back. So just a nice neutral position. And exhale as you come out strongly. Blow the air out to get a good strong contraction in the abdominal muscles. I lost count, but I'm just starting to get a burn, so I'll do 2 more. For these next 2 exercises, you're going to want your band looped up higher, again, either over a door or some kind of a sturdy support up high. Both of these exercises also work the core muscles. So for this first one, you're going to just be in a stationary squat position, and remember, the hips are not pushing forward, we're pulling those hips back a little bit. And keeping your arms straight, you're going to push down. As I push down, I don't want to let my shoulders and my upper back round, so I'm keeping a nice straight spine, keeping my shoulders back, and I'm trying to pull that rope open just to the sides of my hips. Getting a little tricep work in here as well on the back of the arms. And last one. For this next one, you get to be an angel. This is a halo movement. So you're going to step far enough out that the band is being pulled back over your head. You do want some resistance on there. You can do this one standing on 2 feet, but if you want more of a balance challenge, you're going to stand on 1 leg, and I like to lift my knee up, holding it there. So I'm going to circle 10 times in one direction, really keeping those core muscles tight and working hard on the stabilization muscles on that right leg. And now I'm going to do 10 circles the other way on the same leg. Whoa. And then we'll do the same thing on the other leg. So again, make sure that you've got some resistance, which is going to be trying to pull you backward a little bit. And circling. Doesn't look like I'm doing very much, but my stabilization muscles are working hard right now. This is another exercise for the back muscles, but we're also working the side waist muscles, the internal and external obliques with this one. So the palms are going to be facing each other. You're in this stationary squat position again, so remember that means hips back slightly. You're going to pull the band and twist, and we'll alternate sides on this one. Squeezing into the shoulder blades, squeezing into those upper lats. Getting a little bicep work here as well. And you can turn your head toward the side that you're twisting. Very important in this exercise that you do not twist the knees or the hips. You notice my twist is coming from the waist up, so I'm not doing this action. All right, I'm stabilizing, working the twist of my torso against my stable pelvis. I'll do 1 more each side. And now I'm going to face away from the band, so you'll need to have them behind you. I'm having my palms facing down now. I'm going to do a forward lunge with a chest press. So I'm stepping out into the lunge, pressing out, and I'm going to change legs each time. So you're bending both knees. Don't drop your chest down. You want to keep that chest nice and lifted. and bringing that tailbone forward as you step. So we don't want this position with the butt out and the chest drop. Nice and straight with that upper body and push. Using your exhalation as you push. Always exhale with the effort. Think E for exhale, E for effort. I'm going to do one more on each side. This next exercise is one that my clients always hate to hear me ask them to do. It's very challenging on the balance. Big exercise for hip stabilization and the outer gluteal muscles. So we're going to do a step back lunge, pulling the band toward you. You're going to lift the knee, straightening the standing leg all the way. Now here comes the balance challenge. You're going to bend down and touch your fingertips to the floor. Come up, lift that knee again, straightening the leg, and back. Up, touch, and up. Back, up, touch, and up. Speed is not your friend on this exercise. A lot of my clients try to go really fast through this one, but you want to stay nice and controlled, finding that balance point every time at the top of the movement. And one more. And another side. If you can't touch all the way to the floor, that's fine, just go as low as you can. Tell my left side is my weaker side on this one. Make sure when you step back into that lunge that you don't lean back. Again, you want to go down nice and straight on that. And two more. And up. For this next exercise, you're going to put the band handle over your foot, and you want the strap part of the handle on top of your foot and the stiff part of the handle on the bottom of your foot. Get that up as high as you can so that it doesn't slip off when you're doing the exercise. Then you're going to come onto your knees. You want the band on the outside of the leg. You can adjust your resistance by pulling that band. You're not going to want to probably have the handle on this one because you won't have enough resistance. Finding a nice straight spine position. I'm lifting my rib cage up toward my spine so that I'm not sagging in my lower back. Nice strong position on this supporting leg, and you're going to do a donkey kick. Try to give that leg a little extra kick up at the end of the movement. Now on the last one, I'm going to hold my leg straight and I'm just going to do a hamstring curl like this. Try to keep that thigh lifted up. And you can take just a little bit of a breather there, giving your lower back a rest. Then you're going to come back into that same position, but this time we're kicking out to the side. As you kick out to the side, make sure that you're not sitting into that left hip. You want to stay nice and straight, which is very challenging for the core muscles. And I'll change sides. Making sure that that band is nice and secure over the top of the foot. And kicking out. Remember to get that little extra lift at the end. When you lift the leg though, make sure that you don't let the lower back drop. You need to keep those core muscles engaged. And then you're going to hold the leg out and curl. Keeping that thigh lifted as high as you can. And give yourself a little bit of a breather. And then we're going to go out to the side. Try not to sink into that right hip. One more. That's it for today. I'm going to save work with a short rubber band, which is a whole different set of exercises, for another day. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and remember to take your rubber band traveling with you next time you go. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and you can leave comments below.